Hey, yo, what's up, dudes, and welcome back to the Countdown to the Draft 2022 Short Hair Don't Care Fantasy Football League. And we are back with the second installment in our interview series. These intros are going to be short because we're going to get straight to it. You guys know the rules now. 10 minutes to talk to somebody in the league. I'm going to go through as many people as possible, counting down to the draft that is 1 week from today. Today's interview, we have for you the man with the third overall pick who I thought was playing mind games, but as we all know, he doesn't do mind games because he just says stuff and you just can't tell if it's dry humor or what he's thinking because he's a crazy person. But we love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul.
All right. I don't have a lot to say, so that should be plenty.
10 minutes, plenty of time for Paul to say nothing. Well, it doesn't have to be 10 minutes. If you don't want to go 10 minutes, we don't have to go 10 minutes.
Oh, we'll see. It'll go as long as it goes.
All right. Well, hello, Paul. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Oh, not so bad, man. You know, trying to get ready for the draft. You look like you're already ready. You're saying that Atlanta's has nice weather. It better have nice weather next weekend when we're all there.
Oh, it will. About to watch the Bills preseason game in 20 minutes. It's good stuff.
Are you actually watching preseason?
It is on the TV.
I was like, you want to say yes, but the way I asked the question is that you don't want to admit it because I am immediately judging you for watching preseason football.
Whether or not I pay attention is a fantasy secret, so we'll have to see.
You're going to be drafting the Bills' third string players, like the 50 through 55 or 50 through 53 players on the roster.
That's what the 17th round is for.
There is no 17th round, Paul. We deleted it.
Fucked up.
You don't even remember what we changed in the rules.
I don't even know what the rules are.
Oh my god, I'm not doing this again. I've made like 3 different videos explaining what the new rules are.
I know. I know where to look them up if it ever becomes relevant.
Unbelievable. Well, okay. Well, the fact that you're watching preseason football tells me that you are a little overly prepared for the draft, I think.
I wouldn't go that far.
No?
I know. I've ranked my top 3 players, so I have a plan for pick number 3. And then after that, who can say?
Yeah, I was going to say, you have the third overall pick. You won the third place game against Nathan in the consolation bracket to earn a third pick, which basically guarantees you one of the top 3 running backs, if we're looking at it that way. I mean, it's Jonathan Taylor, it's CMC, and it's Austin Eckler. It's kind of like the general consensus. Unless you want to go crazy and get Justin Jefferson third overall, I wouldn't blame you, actually.
I don't want to go crazy, and I'll say it. I'm going to draft Christian McCaffrey because Jesse and Lulu are cowards and won't.
Now, here's the thing: is like knowing you. It's like number one, you'd say, okay, this is like the psychological game. Is like he's saying that, or is it like the reverse psychology game because he doesn't want CMC, he actually wants Austin Eckler, so he wants Lulu to take CMC, and then he wants Austin Eckler, so he's saying he's to take CMC. But then knowing it's you, I don't think it's that complicated. I think you're literally just saying that.
Yeah, I don't believe in psychology. So
yeah, I was like, from anybody else, like if like Nashad was saying that or like Tish was saying that, you'd be like, okay, maybe they're like trying to reverse psychology mean and taking CMC second because they want Austin Eckler third. But because it's you, and I think because we all know you, that it's like that's literally what you think, and like you just haven't even thought that deeply into it, and you're just like, yeah, they're not going to take him, so I'm taking him, and you're just telling us straight away what's happening.
Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pick him. He's going to get hurt like week 3. So I'm going to take the Bills' third string running back, who's going to be the RB1 rest of the season. Just you wait.
Who's the Bills' RB2?
Hard to say.
I was like, why? You're committing to the RB3? I don't even know who the RB2 is. I mean, assuming Dennis Singletary is RB1 for, God knows how long.
Yeah, because we got Singletary, we got Moss, who sucks. We got
Moss, that's who it is.
Brother, who's a rookie and probably sucks because that's how things are.
Oh yeah. So I forgot about Zach Moss, and then Dalvin Cook's little brother. I forget his name. I forgot you guys got him.
If he's anything like Cook, he'll look great and then get hurt. So Singletary it is.
Singletary. So 3 overall, or CMC, and then coming back, Devin Singletary. That's what you're telling me?
Yes. If Tyler Bass is already taken, you need the best kicker.
I wonder how early a kicker's going to go this year. But I didn't watch preseason, but I did see a highlight make its rounds on social media of you guys drafted the punt god. I don't even know his name. Like, was he from Arizona or some shit? Isn't he from Arizona or some shit? I don't even know where he's from.
Some Western.
But that he booted like an 82-yard punt. And it's like, how did we let the Bills get this guy? You have Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. You have like one of the best offenses in the league. Great defense, and now you just gave him the best punter that we've ever seen in the history of the world.
Yeah, apparently he just sucks at short punts though. So if we're ever past our own 30, he's just useless.
Well, I mean, with your coach and with that offense, you might as well go for it more often than
Yeah, just
not.
never punt. We don't even
Yeah,
need the roster spot
you might as well just go for it at that point.
every time. Josh Allen will carry me to the fantasy.
Yeah,
Well,
Josh Allen. So you had an interesting keeper situation. So I was actually just looking at it before we got on here. Um, so you threw Darren Waller back into the pot because you had three phenomenal keepers.
yeah.
Josh Allen might be the value of the year. It's either him or like maybe Cam Akers. Even Cooper Kupp for Jesse is an insane value.
Yeah.
So Josh Allen's like a 13th, I think, for you. I actually have the draft board here. I'll share my screen. I have the draft board up.
Yeah, the COVID year really bailed me out because I took him in the last round before the COVID year, but then I had that buffer before he got good, and here we are.
Yeah, so it's kind of insane that you got him. Did you drafted him his freshman his rookie year, right? So you got him way back. So he's in the third. Josh Allen in the 13th. His
Yeah,
ADP, I think we've seen. I think in like ESPN ADP, he's been like in the 4th. So like that's insane.
So my life goal is to never let anybody else in this league ever have Josh Allen.
So you
we'll
have
see
him
how it
for
goes.
probably the next 3 years. This
And then
year,
I'll start drafting him in the first after that.
I was like,
so,
it's like this year plus 3, probably, right? I have the.
uh,
Hold on, I have the.
it's plus 2 or 3.
I have the
but
keeper status is here. Okay, so keeper status. Here's Josh Allen. You got him in 2019 in the 16th round. So this year's 13th. He has 3 years left. Next year's a 10. So then it'll be a 10 next year, then a 6, and then he will not be eligible. So you have him for the next this year plus the next 2, because it'll be
he's my first round pick.
yeah. This was
Easy.
so this one was this year was plus 2. Next year's plus 3. Then will be plus 4. So it'll be round 6, and then the year following would be plus 5. That'll be your first rounder. So you can't do that. So you have him for this year plus 2 more, which is still insane. Like Josh Allen in the 6th round in 2 years is still a good value. Like unbelievable.
He's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Okay, easy there, buddy. I mean, he's the
It
greatest.
is easy, you're right.
He's the best. He's probably I think it's Mahomes and Allen, the best quarterbacks in the league right now. But he's not.
Mahomes puts ketchup on a steak. Let's just leave it there.
Okay, that is that true?
I don't know. It might be true.
Oh, I was like, you had me for a second. I was like, wait, what is that? Is that true? Because
it sounds believable.
it
right?
does. It does sound believable. That only sounds believable because his brother's an asshole and an idiot.
Yeah,
so
okay.
as much of an idiot as his brother is, I kind of associate that with him. It's like he's the greatest. You have one who's the greatest quarterback in the league and one who's a complete idiot. So somewhere in the middle, they put ketchup on their steak.
It's in the DNA.
So your keeper. Well, Josh Allen was the most obvious one, but you threw Waller back. Waller would have been a 10th, I believe, and you kept Debo. And you kept Debo in the 6th, which is, don't get me wrong, a great value. Debo, I think, has been going in late first, early second rounds anyway.
Third, yeah.
And then, so you have a second rounder for a 6th, or Waller would have been probably, in our league, probably a 3rd, maybe a 4th in the 10th. So
is he going that high?
Well, the thing is, with our, it's hard to equate ESPN ADP with our league because of the way that we do keepers. So, for example, the top 6 picks in ADP are Jonathan Taylor, CMC, Austin Eckler, and then it's like JJ, Cooper Kupp, and Jamar Chase.
Najee, maybe.
And Jamar
Najee's there somewhere, yeah.
And Derrick Henry and stuff like that. But that's basically the top 6, top 8. But Jamar Chase and Cooper Kupp's are keepers. So you have 2 of the top 6 picks just out. And like just the way we do keepers, so it's really hard to estimate ADP. What I do is I basically look at our previous years and like where those where they kind of land. I think Darren Waller, because if you look at the top tier of tight ends, you're looking at Andrews, Kelsey, Waller, Pitts, right? That's probably your top 4. And I'm keeping Andrews, so that's already out. So I figure the tight ends are probably like Kelsey's going in the 2nd. I would imagine Waller and Pitts go in the 3rd and the 4th, or in some combination, somewhere around 3rd or 4th. So basically, you had a 3rd or 4th round pick in the 10th, or a 2nd round pick in the 6th. So the the difference there, the round value is more for Waller, but talk me through your decision for Debo over Waller.
So I'll get the real tight end one, Dawson Knox, in like the 10th, and then it's easy. I will say,
I should have seen that coming. But I forgot I can't ask you serious questions.
Yeah, Debo scares me a little bit because he has Trey, not a real keeper, Lance throwing to him, but will we'll see how it goes. They'll just use him as a running back, and I'm really hoping. I don't think it'll happen, but I figure there's a non-zero chance he'll be listed as an RB and a wide receiver, which would be really great.
I have not heard any talk about that. I'd be interested. I think if he did it 2 years in a row, I don't think they would do it based
They'd
on
have
just
to
last
at
season.
some point. Like, if he gets like actual RB snaps at some point, I think they'll have to do it eventually. But I figure the off chance for that is worthwhile just to have him for bye weeks and such. But he
Yeah.
does scare me a little bit.
Yeah.
Waller also scared me a little bit because with Devontae Adams now, with what's his face, white dude Hunter Renfro, and without having Gruden to just force tight end throws every single drive, I really have no idea what they're gonna do.
Yeah. I mean, they're both good players. Waller also has an injury history. Debo had half a season of running back carries, but with Trey, no one knows what's going to happen with Trey, which was
He's
one.
scary.
He's like scary for everybody. Like, and it sounds like in camp, another camp where they're saying that him and Ayuk are like incredible together. Um, and so it's like someone's got to give, and Kittle's probably going to lose a lot of his passing game value because he's got to feed Debo
True.
and Ayuk, presumably Ayuk, maybe not Ayuk, and then
Well,
and then the running backs. You know, who knows? Eli, Trey Sermon's still there. You know, Jeff Wilson Jr. still there, and he's a runner himself. So no one knows what's going to happen in San Francisco, which is why I stuck with Lamar in the 7th versus Trey in the 4th. Trey in the 14th is a better value. There's no doubt. And for 4 more years, I have Lamar for this year. Next year, he's too expensive. So this is my last year keeping Lamar, but I just love Lamar. And I have no idea what the fuck's going to happen with Trans.
Well, in like a month, I'll be looking back at how terrible my draft was and be picking up nobodies on the waiver. So I accept it at this point.
I got you. Well, you're set up to be a really strong team here. Top 3 pick with Debo and Josh. You're set. You have wide receiver 1, QB 1, and you're gonna have an RB 1, RB 1 potentially, and at 3rd overall. The 10-minute timer is up, so we're gonna get out of here. But we are excited to see you next week in the draft, and or at the draft, I should say, and see if you want to play more mind games, or you're literally just gonna tell people who to draft because you want CMC.
Yes, I'll give everybody draft advice, so just ask me.
All right, Paul, sounds good. Good to catch up with you, buddy. We will see you next week. Take it easy. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy that really comfy looking chair. And we will see you in Atlanta.
Peace.